Had a strange dream last night. Okay, I lost my phone. Again, lost my phone. So sick and tired of losing my phone. I always seem to lose my phone or my car in my dreams. I lost my phone. I was down by the beach. So this time, I was trying to find a job. I found a job, and it was as a mechanic in a small shop in Virginia Beach. And my job was to replace, it was some drivetrain parts on a car, a small import car or whatever, and somebody else was working on the other side of the car, some struts, and I was replacing CV joints, drive axles, and that sort of thing. Well, I replaced the two parts on the car, and then I couldn't find the CV axles that they had ordered, or the axles, yeah. And I asked the guy who ordered them, I said, well, they were here this morning, and I looked all over the place for them, couldn't find it. People were starting to knock off it towards the end of the day. And there was a girl that was working on the other side of the car. She had just started to work there too. And she had a girlfriend, a partner, so she was a lesbian, who was working on the car. And she wasn't very helpful at all. I was asking her if she'd seen the parts. No, I'm busy. I'm trying to get my job done. It's like, okay, excuse me. But somebody had called, and I answered the phone, and they wanted to buy some compressor parts. Yeah, right. Car repair shop that sells compressor parts. Well, that's kind of what I used to do. And the owner at the end of the day said, well, he said, I like the fact that you sold $2,000 worth of parts today. And I said, well, I can do that. I can sell these parts. So I got off work, and I was walking around. Of course, I was walking around because I didn't have a car. And I went to the sheriff's office. I was in a restaurant, and I was going up this stairwell. All these people were in line to the stairwell, and I got out of line and asked this kind of rotund lady if I could get back in my position in line, and she goes, well, you can get behind me. I went, okay, I'd like to get behind you. So I finally worked my way up this spiraling staircase and got to the sheriff's office, and it was inside of the back of a restaurant near a bar. And asked them if somebody turned in a phone. Well, what people mostly do when they get these phones is they're able to break into them, and then they text and do these weird things, and they'll contact you if, because they want money out of you. And I'm like, well, how are they going to contact me if they have my phone? So he was of no help at all. So here I am. I have no money. I've started a new job. And then I was asleep on a mattress in this room. And I get up and I get dressed. I don't know what room it was. And there was like these little girls' clothes. So I guess somebody else had been sleeping there. I mean, we're talking like toddler, 4 years old. And then I remember seeing either my granddaughters or my daughters. I don't remember in the dream. And I gave them a kiss, and I was going to do something. And I went, and I was going to have to go buy a phone. So, it must have been my kids, because I told my ex-wife, I said, I've got to go buy a phone. She goes, yep, that's just like you. Always losing stuff. Give me a break. I guess you got to go buy a phone. I don't know how you're going to do it. So I went to buy the phone. And then my current wife, I had to tell her that I lost the phone. It came out of my back pocket because I was like riding a bicycle on the beach, and it just kind of popped out, and it should have been. So I went back and retraced, tried to find the phone. So I told my current wife, I said, I'm gonna be late for dinner because I've got to buy a phone. I woke up. It was about 5:15, and so this is a really weird dream. It's got to be because, financially we're spending all the money on our house, and I know I'm going to eventually have to find another job or do something to turn some income. But this time I picked up this job being a mechanic. And it's weird. So I was kind of felt like a vagabond, because I don't know where I was living at the time or where I was going. I just called my wife and said, I'm gonna be late. I gotta go buy a phone. Okay, that was it. It's weird. I'm gonna make some coffee.